doing, man? Hey.
I heard you were gone. Where were you?
I was in North Carolina. I actually took a little trip.
That's where Suzanne's from.
Yeah. So how you doing? How are things with Lakin?
Oh, well, aside from the fact that we live in two totally different towns and rarely speak to each other, I guess you could say things are okay. I don't know, man. I'm beginning to think that it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, you know, Amato, I just made a discovery. Or I guess you should call it a rediscovery. No matter how difficult a situation gets, how impossible it might seem, you know, you can't afford to give up until you've exhausted every... Listen, man, can you do me a favor? Will you meet me at the Capwells in about an hour?
Yeah.
Great, that's good, that's great. You know, I don't know how I got to be so damn lucky, but I believe there's an answer out there for everybody. You know, it may be hard to find. It may not be the one you were expecting or the one you were wishing for, but there's always an answer. You know? Always. Rosa, good. Well, as a few of you already know, I've been out of town for a couple of days. I went looking for Suzanne Collier, that young artist from North Carolina that Katrina had become friendly with, the one who looked so much like Eden. I was concerned because she disappeared suddenly and seemingly mysteriously. And I just want you all to know that the mystery has been solved.
So you found Suzanne?
Yes, yeah, she was at home in North Carolina.
Is she all right?
Absolutely. I'm not sure how to get into this. I found her at her easel, painting, just the way she was the first time I thought I saw her, right here on the beach in Santa Barbara, near the spot where Eden had her accident.
Why did she go away like this without telling anyone or saying goodbye?
Well, Katrina, she didn't say goodbye because she was never really here in the first place.
Cruz, you're not making any sense.
I know.
You're saying that Suzanne wasn't here?
Yeah, well, the woman I saw in North Carolina was not the same Suzanne we knew.
Well, it's not unusual to find someone with the same name.
Yes, but this particular Suzanne had been friends with Eden when they were girls. Her family used to live in Santa Barbara, and they went to prep school together until Suzanne had to drop out for want of money. But apparently over the course of the ensuing years, they kept in relatively close touch.
Cruz, I knew all of Eden's friends, and I didn't know anyone by that name. There was a Sue. There was a Sue, but I never knew her last name, and Eden always used Sue. Is Sue Suzanne Collier?
Yeah, Sue. And recently, one of Sue's best childhood friends took on her name and certain aspects of her personality and began to be a part of our lives. We were drawn to her and repelled by her at the same time because she reminded us so much. She reminded us so much of Eden.
Cruz, you're saying that she was Eden? That Eden didn't die?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Rosa.
Cruz, how could she have survived? You were there. How could she have survived the fall? Everybody searched for hours.
I know.
And if she would have gotten to land, we would have found her.
I know.
Yeah, rescued by boat. I mean, they would have brought her in by now.
I can't explain that. Only Eden could explain that, and I don't know where she is now.
Cruz, but you really believe that she's alive?
Oh, yeah. She is alive. There's no doubt in my mind.
Dios mío, it's a miracle.
It is a miracle.
Glad my baby's around for this. I mean, it really is inspiring.
Does Daddy know?
Yeah, he does. He knows.
Oh, it's great. Just to think that she's alive. Just the idea of seeing her, knowing she's somewhere in the world.
I know.
I'm really happy for you.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. You know, I think there are certain events that happen in your life that change the way you look at the world. This is one of them. You know, I did see her fall, and in that moment when she slipped out of my hands, I'll never forget that as long as I live. I saw her swept away, but, you know, in spite of seeing that, I never really believed she was dead. I had to accept it because I had to keep my household intact, I had to take care of my kids and do my job. I mean, that was the only rational path available, right? I mean, that makes sense.
She certainly wanted you and all of us to think that she was dead.
Do you think Suzanne was aware of Eden consciously? I mean...
Well, you know, it's a possibility. I mean, who could imagine what would be going on in her mind? I have no idea. But I mean, it's possible she left because she was afraid of having her cover blown, I suppose. That's possible.
Cruz, do you have any idea where she could be now?
No, I don't, but I will find her. No matter where she is, I will find her. It's only a matter of time.
You know, Cruz, when I was a little girl, I used to pray for loved ones who had died to come back again. Especially with Channing's death, I used to imagine what it would be like to see them smile. Longing to hear their voice. Just wanting to hold them. And knowing all the time that I would never, ever get to experience that again. Well, my prayer and my wish has come true today with Eden, you know. But I've got to tell you, in a way, I've come back from death myself. You know, I used to live like in this shadow, barely alive. I almost gave up on myself, Cruz. I almost gave up on myself. And, I'm beginning a brand new life now.
I always knew you would.
Did you, Cruz?
Oh,
Oh, that's you. You just have such great faith in the impossible. You never give up, do you? Not even in the face of despair. Never. I've never known anyone like you, Cruz.
I tell you, I think you're a lot like me, Santana. I love you.
Your happiness is my happiness.
Thank you. Thank you.